Greetings and welcome. Today we'll see the next application of differential equation, that is simple electric circuit. We know that voltage we denote by V, current we denote by I, resistance by R, inductance by L. Then voltage drop across resistance is nothing but Ri by Ohm's law. Voltage drop across inductance is L into di by dt. Voltage drop across capacitance is Q upon C. Then while solving the examples, we will use Kirchhoff's voltage law, and the law states that algebraic sum of voltage drop around any closed circuit is equal to applied electromotive force. That is, sum of voltage drop across closed circuit is equal to applied EMF. Also we know that current is nothing but rate of flow of charge, that is I is equal to dq by dt, and will require this to standard integral, that is integral of e raised to at cos bt dt equal to e raised to at upon under root of a square plus b square cos of bt minus phi plus constant of integration c, where phi is equal to tan inverse of b by a, and integral of e raised to at sin bt dt equal to e raised to at upon under root of a square plus b square sin of bt minus phi plus c. We'll solve the examples of simple electric circuit by using linear differential equation. Suppose if I'll consider the example, a charge Q on the plate of condenser of capacity C. That means we have a condenser. So what is voltage drop across capacitance equal to Q upon C. We have resistance, therefore voltage drop across resistance is, we have written voltage drop across resistance is Ri. Then if I use the Kirchhoff's voltage law, what the law states? Algebraic sum of voltage drop. So it is Ri plus Q upon C equal to the steady voltage V. Therefore equal to V. But some people may say that ma'am, this is not the differential equation, but here we'll use that current is rate of flow of charge. So this equation can be written as R into dq by dt plus q upon RC equal to V. Q upon C equal to V. So we can convert this into linear in Q. If I divide throughout by R, same equation can be written as dq by dt plus 1 upon RC into Q is equal to V. This is linear equation in Q. We can say highest power of Q is 1, degree of dq by dt is 1, its coefficient is 1. So its integrating factor will be equal to e raised to integral p. What is value of p here? It is 1 upon RC, and what is independent variable? T. So into dt. E raised to t by RC. The integrating factor is e raised to t by RC. This is linear in Q. So it is Q into integrating factor e raised to t by RC equal to, in the integral sign, function on the right hand side. What is the function on the right hand side? It is V upon R into e raised to t by RC dt plus constant of integration. Here I will say it as A. You will get Q e raised to t by RC equal to V upon R is constant. Integral of e raised to t by RC is e raised to t by RC upon 1 upon RC plus constant of integration A. So if I divide throughout by e raised to t by RC, you will get Q equal to CV plus A into e raised to minus t by RC. To find value of A, they have given us the initial condition that initially when t is equal to 0, Q equal to 0. If I put t is equal to 0, Q equal to 0, this will gives you value of A, Q0. So you will get A is equal to minus CV. Therefore, Q equal to, we can take CV common, 1 minus e raised to minus t by RC. This is the expression for charge Q. The question is find value of Q and I. We know that current is rate of flow of charge, that is dq by dt. So we'll differentiate this. CV is constant, take it outside. Derivative of 1 is 0 minus derivative of e raised to minus t by RC is e raised to minus t by RC into minus 1 upon RC. Minus minus plus CC will get cancelled. You will get V upon R e raised to minus t by RC. This is the expression for current. That current I is equal to V upon R e raised to minus t by RC. It's very easy. First what we have written? We have written the voltage drop. First check what is in the circuit. We have condenser and resistance. So I have written voltage drop across condenser and resistance, and then solve this by using linear differential equation of first order. Consider the next example. In a circuit containing battery E, resistance R and inductance L. So what you have? Inductance and resistance. So what is voltage drop across inductance? It is L into di by dt. Algebraic sum by using Kirchhoff's law, plus what you have? Resistance. What is voltage drop across resistance? It is Ri. So plus Ri equal to E. We have to solve this differential equation. We can convert this into linear in I. This equation can be written as di by dt plus R upon L into I equal to E by L. This is linear in I. Therefore, integrating factor equal to e raised to integral P is what? R by L. So, R upon L dt equal to e raised to RT by L. You will get this is linear in I. So, I is equal to, I into integrating factor, that is I into e raised to RT by L equal to, in the integral sign, on the right hand side we have E upon L, e raised to RT upon L dt plus constant of integration A. You will get I e raised to RT by L equal to E by L as it is into integral of e raised to RT by L is e raised to RT by L upon R by L plus constant of integration A. So if I'll divide throughout by e raised to RT by L, you will get I is equal to E upon R plus A e raised to minus RT by L. This is the expression of current. To find value of constant of integration, if I assume that initially when t is equal to 0, there is no current in a circuit, so I is equal to 0. This will gives you t equal to 0, I equal to 0. In e raised to 0 is 1, I 0. So, you will get A is equal to minus E upon R. Substitute this value, you will get current is equal to E upon R, we can take outside, inside the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus RT by L. This is the expression of current in terms of time. This is first part, find I as function of t. Now next one is how long will it before I has reached 1/2 its theoretical maximum. So first you have to calculate the theoretical maximum. When this value will be maximum, whatever quantity we are subtracting, that should be equal to 0. Then this value will be maximum. So if I'll put t tends to infinity, this will implies I is equal to e raised to minus infinity is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. So I is equal to E by R. This is known as theoretical maximum. This is known as theoretical maximum. I is equal to E by R. We want the time when current is half of its theoretical maximum, that is I is equal to half of E by R. Substitute these values in the above expression. I can say this as star. You will get 1 by 2 E by R equal to E by R in bracket 1 minus e raised to minus RT by L. This e by r will get cancelled. You will get e raised to minus RT by L equal to 1 minus 1 by 2. Transfer this on the left hand side, half on the right hand side. 1 minus 1 by 2 is half. So we will get minus RT by L equal to ln of half by using rules of logarithm. Ln of half is nothing but minus ln of 2 minus RT by L. Therefore, T is equal to L upon R ln of 2. And in this case, they have given us value of L and R. What is value of R? R is 100 and L is 0.1. So, if you want, you can write down the final answer as 0.1 upon 100 into ln of 2. Some people may further simplify this. This is the way we will solve the examples of simple electrical circuit. We will take one more example. Consider the example. A voltage capital E into e raised to minus AT is applied to a circuit containing resistance R, inductance L. We want to find the expression of current as a function of T. Again we have inductance and resistance. Therefore, by using Kirchhoff's voltage law, if we write down the voltage drop across inductance, it is L into di by dt plus voltage drop across resistance is Ri equal to applied EMF. What is applied EMF? It is capital E raised to minus AT. If I divide throughout by L, you will get di by dt plus R upon L into I equal to E upon L e raised to minus AT. This is linear in I. Therefore, the integrating factor will be e raised to integral of R upon L dt, that is e raised to RT by L. This is linear in I. Therefore, the solution will be given by I into integrating factor I into e raised to RT by L equal to, in the integral sign, Q, that is E upon L e raised to minus AT into e raised to RT by L dt plus constant of integration A. For this, if we use laws of indices, this is E by L constant, take it outside, integral of e raised to minus A plus R upon L T dt. We are using laws of indices plus constant of integration A. Now we'll take the integral on the right hand side. You will get I e raised to RT by L equal to E by L into integral of e raised to AX is e raised to AX upon A. So it is e raised to minus A plus R upon L T upon minus A plus R by L plus constant of integration A. If I divide throughout by e raised to RT by L, you will get I equal to E upon R minus AL. Take here LCM. If I take LCM, it is R minus AL upon L and this L will get cancelled. E raised to minus AT plus A e raised to minus RT by L. Now to find value of constant of integration, use the initial condition. Initially when t is equal to 0, we'll assume that there is no current in a circuit. Say t is equal to 0, I equal to 0. We get I equal to 0. This will gives you value of A, that A is equal to minus E upon R minus AL. Put here I is equal to 0. E raised to 0 is 1. E raised to 0 is 1 and we'll get A is equal to minus E upon R minus AL. Therefore, the expression for current is, we can take E upon R minus AL common. Put this value of A in this equation. You will get e raised to minus AT minus e raised to minus RT by L, and this is the expression for current. I hope you understand how to solve the examples of simple electrical circuit. Thank you for watching the complete video.